Hi everyone, so exciting to see you. So I'm just going to show you a little bit about what the guided writing challenge would be this week, to support your child at home. As has been consistent with the other ones that I've set, you don't have to do it today. You can do it at any point during this week. So today, tomorrow, Friday, absolutely fine. And also at the end, I'm going to model the challenge. But at the end, I'm just going to remind you the fact that, as I've done before, you might want to be useful if you pick either challenge 1, challenge 2, or challenge 3, so that you're giving your child the right level of challenge, really. So as I'd already messaged you beforehand to suggest what level of challenge would be good for your child to access. If anyone's unsure, just please message me on Teams and I'll more than happily direct you to which challenge to go for. So for this challenge today, I've collected a piece of paper. It could be that it doesn't have to be pristine paper. You could use whatever you want. It might be that you don't want to use your paper and that you want to use something else. You might want to use the book that we sent home. You might want to use your board. I'm going to model the writing on my board just so that I can then show you what it would be like for 3 different challenges. The only thing I would say is that what I'm trying to encourage with this guided writing challenge is that you're writing for a purpose. As much as you possibly can, and that the writing is not seen as a chore, but seen as something where it's informative, it's useful. And so, because of that, it might be useful for you to have something maybe on some paper which you could then always stick up. So, one of the things I was going to say today is that it could be useful if you do some writing, and then maybe someone else in the house, if you have somebody. They might be able to then see the message a little bit later. So it might be that you've got someone in the house that's working at the moment, and maybe then later on they'll be able to see that challenge too. If you were to stick it up somewhere so they can see, and then that is a way of it being that purposeful challenge. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to model the challenge today. So it's either to see if you can make a sentence. I'll go over how you can support your child with their accessing the task afterwards. But what I thought it would be is if you can have a go at writing a message or a little poster linked to the snow, or if the snow is not interesting your child, then you're more welcome to change the theme. The context really doesn't matter. It's just engaging with the skill. So if your child, for instance, has just been really excited about horses, for instance, this week, they can write about horses. We've got no problem with that. But I'm going to model this around the snow because I would imagine quite a few of the children have been excited about that. So I'm going to think a little bit about a message that I could write. So what I might do for my message is that there is someone else in my house that I live with, and at the moment they've been busy working, so I'm thinking they might not know about how maybe cold and chilly it has been, because when I've been outside it's been so chilly. I've been worried that my fingers are going to turn into little icicles because it's been so cold. So I'm going to write a little message for them so that when they see later, they know that, or maybe they could put gloves on, or maybe they could think about putting a hat on, or think about putting a coat on. So I'm going to think about what I want to write. Now, when I think about my writing, I'm going to first of all think about holding the ideas on my hand. What do I want to do? I want to tell them that it's really cold outside because that's my message. You might at home have a totally different message, and that is fine, whatever your purpose is. But my purpose is that I want them to know that it's very cold outside, and I want them to wrap up warm. So I could say the snow is chilly. So I go, because that's quite an exciting word I could use. The snow is chilly. So that's my sentence. It's quite a short sentence. How many words have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4 words in my sentence. So the snow is chilly. And this is really important because when you come back to writing after pausing, sometimes you forget what the sentence was and you can run back over your fingers to remind yourself. So I'm going to write my one now. So the. Oh, that's an animal word, isn't it? Oh, so it might be again that having animal word book in front of you could really help you here. So I'm going to use my animal word for the, and I know that we've got. Oh, what do I start it with? Oh, it's a digraph, isn't it? Oh, yes, I've got the digraph. Oh, it's the hard digraph as well, isn't it? The. Something else in it, isn't there? The. Well, I might have a look at my animal word. Oh, yes. It's got the. Oh, what was my sentence? Well, I've tried so hard focusing on that word, I can't remember what it was. What was my sentence? Oh, I can use my fingers, can't I? I've got the. Oh, what was it? Was it the biscuit went for sleep? No, it wasn't that. The. Oh, yes, the snow is chilly. And that's really important because particularly our little ladybirds, sometimes their concentration can be all over the place. So recapping that sentence is important. The snow is chilly. So snow. So, ooh, I might use what can be called a finger space here to leave a little gap in between my words. Okay. Now it might be if you sometimes blue tack is brilliant because you can use blue tack and put blue tack on, and then when you take it off afterwards, it saves the space for you. I haven't got any blue tack on me right now, but it might be use something different. You could always use a piece of pasta. You have a pasta space. Really doesn't matter what you use. So there. So say snow. We've got oh, now snow is quite a hard word to write, and you will come across some words that are really hard to write. So it might be that this is a moment where growing up at home gives you a bit of help with this one, because we've got snow, we've got this which is tough, but then O is actually a digraph that I haven't taught you just yet, until maybe now. So this is one way that we can do O. You can do it this way, and there's also another way that you can do O. So phonetically, both would be great examples, but we haven't quite learned those sounds yet. The snow is chilly. So is animal word chilly. Chilly. Digraph. Oh, that's what we learned in phonics, isn't it? And again, grown-ups at home, you'll know how to spell chili, but writing phonetically is brilliant in reception. Love it when they write phonetically. It's in terms of their development, it's a great place to be at. So the snow is chilly. So I might also do, because I was just thinking of something else I wanted to let in this case the person that lives with me in my house know. So I'm going to do keep warm. Or now once again you can see that I've spelt that phonetically. So keep warm, and oh look, e or those sounds that we've been learning. So this is my sign. I'm going to go pop that up in my house now, so that then I know that if anyone's leaving the house, that they really need to know that they must keep themselves warm, and we could always then have a chat about how we keep warm. Okay. So the other thing then is just to think about how you give the right level of challenge for your child. So that's not free, is it? 3 ways of doing this. So you can either challenge one is that it would be brilliant if you join in with the scribing in terms of the adult joining in with the scribing, but it might be that the child's joining in with certain sounds. Or it might be that they're joining with a word. So it might be, for instance, that they join in with the word the. So that's on their animal word. We've practiced that a lot in school. But a word like snow, you might write that word for them. Okay, that'd be challenge 1. Challenge 2 is when you're having a go at seeing if you can really have a go at sounding out words Again, it's fine if an adult gives some support and helps. That's absolutely fine. That's what I would do in school. But that you're focusing on one sentence, you try to make it fairly small, whatever the context is, and then you're having a go at writing that down with focusing on the words and having a little bit of support if you need it. Challenge 3 would be to see if you can have a go at writing a couple of sentences, thinking about your child taking as much ownership over writing it as possible, really thinking about those wash-up letters, and thinking about using their phonetic understanding as much as possible. So those are the challenges that I have set. Hopefully that makes good sense. And I hope that you enjoy having a go at that challenge and do something purposeful that's worthwhile you doing it, which is what we always try to make sure we do in early years. Right, see you later. Have a nice day. Bye.